It's a crazy person who does the same thing over and over expecting a different result. So what do people do? They get sick and they go to an MD. The MD therapeutic doesn't work, so they go back to the MD, and then the MD sends them to a specialist. They go to see the MD specialist, and they get on board with their therapeutics, and that doesn't work either. And then they go to another specialist, and then another specialist, and then they go to Geneva. All the while they're staying inside the fairyland built by the MD, not knowing that there do exist in real time right now alternative therapeutics to MDs brought to the table by licensed and regulated physicians with a PHY, physicians. People don't know that we exist. This is why Dr. Wallach and I have these radio shows. This is why Youngevity exists as a network marketing business in order to grow a grassroots coalition of the informed, just like Elisa from Washington State, who's with us. I think she's still here. Elisa, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
All right. So what part of Washington are you in, by the way? I forgot to ask.
I am here in Cedral Woolley, the North Cascades Highway.
Yeah, you got to love it. It's beautiful country up there. I think is it sunny today or is the rain back?
It's sunny.
Yeah, you got to love it. That's a beautiful part of the country when the sun's out. The first time I ever I lived in Washington State for Seattle specifically for 12 years. The first year that I lived there, I moved there in July. I thought I just found paradise because July, August, and half of September, it's beautiful. It's sunny.
Yes.
Big puffy white clouds, 20% humidity, beautiful mountains to the west, beautiful mountains to the east. Rainier looms over the city like a Greek god. It's a spectacularly beautiful place when the sun is out. But oh my God, the last year that I lived there, it rained for 93 days in a row. In any event, I digress. So you're attempting to lose weight and nothing's helping?
Yes, I take 1.5 Healthy Start Pack, 3 bottles of selenium, and a bottle of HGH every month.
Okay. So what I want you to do as an experiment for 3 days in a row is I want you to download an app to your phone that counts calories. And every single solitary time you put something in your mouth, including the nutritional supplements, I want you to figure out how many calories that was. And I want you to add that up at the end of the day, and I want you to do that every day for 3 days and see how many calories it is. If it's over 1,200 calories, then you're not going to lose weight.
Yeah.
You got to dial in 1,200 calories a day or less, and that's not easy to do because it's really easy to sneak in unseen calories. Now, if you get on a treadmill or a tread climber or some type of aerobic exercise machine, now that your body is nutrified, you're going to burn calories, so you can do that and calculate how many calories you ate and how many calories you burned. And as long as the net calorie intake was 1,200 or less, you're going to lose weight. Have you ever tried anything like that?
Well, before I got pregnant, I was 98 pounds.
Yeah.
I've always been petite, and the first week I started exercising after 6 weeks of being, having my daughter, I lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks. But after that, I was still exercising and watching what I ate, and I couldn't lose any more weight.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to watch what you eat. You have to count your calories. And it's a pain in the neck because it's just a numbers game. And this is where people get hung up. And Dr. Wallach told me a story. It was one of the funniest stories he ever told me. I've heard a lot of stories from Doc. But when Dr. Wallach was in medical school, believe it or not, he owned a weight loss clinic. He'd made a bunch of money in Amway, and he bought a weight loss clinic. And there were a couple of doctors that were working for him in the weight loss clinic while he was at naturopathic medical school, and he'd go in on his free time and learn from them. So he knows a lot about weight loss and has had a lot of clinical experience with bariatric medicine, which is what weight loss is called. And a patient told him a similar story that you're reporting now. Oh, Doc, I watch what I eat. I'm good with what I eat. I take all the nutritional supplements you recommend, and I still can't lose weight. And Doc said, look, you're eating more than 1,200 calories, guaranteed. And the guy said, I absolutely, positively am not. And Doc said, all right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come to your house. You're going to show me exactly what you have to eat. And for every calorie over 1,200, you're going to give me $100. And the guy said, no problem. The guy ended up giving Dr. Wall like $3,000 because he was sneaking in calories he had no idea of whatsoever. It's really easy to eat more than 1,200 calories a day. So that's why I recommend you count them. It's a pain in the neck. It is. It just is. But with the technology that we have now, it's a lot easier than it was in the past. So just download an app, count the calories that don't change anything that you eat. Just do everything exactly the same and figure out how many calories that was. Guaranteed it's over 1,200 calories a day. And that's the target for weight loss, is 1,200 calories a day or less. 1,200 calories a day or less, okay?
Even if I'm breastfeeding?
Yeah, well, now we get into the sticky situation. So I don't know. I don't know. That's not my wheelhouse. The recommendation here when we're doing medical nutrition is your body needs the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for body weight. Your body needs to not be exposed to the 10 bad foods. Once you've done that, the only thing that you need food for is calories to burn for energy, so you're not lying in bed all day and can't lift your leg. Calories to burn for energy, in this case would be less than 1,200. Fat for your hormonal system, and protein to help your body self-regulate and self-repair. So I don't know what the recommendation for calorie intake for breastfeeding women is. You live in Washington State, so I would consult Molly Linton. I would call Molly Linton. She's a naturopathic physician. She's in Seattle. She's been there forever. She was on the teaching faculty when I was there. She has a lot of experience with women's health, pre and post pregnancy. I would call her up and get her take on calorie intake during breastfeeding, because I just don't know. But once you've cleared that hurdle and you're no longer breastfeeding, right, and you want to lose weight, it's 1,200 calories a day. That's the cutoff point. Might be different if you're breastfeeding, but I don't know. But Dr. Linton will know. It all comes down to a numbers game, Elisa. It's a simple numbers game. So get in touch with Dr. Linton, see what she has to say. And then when it's safe, do 1,200 calories a day or less, and you'll start to lose weight. You can't not. It's just simple mathematics. I have to move on. I appreciate your call. Keep up the good work in rainy Seattle. Let's go up to Canada now and see what's up with Rob. Hey, Rob, thanks for the phone call. It's your turn at Fire Your MD now. What's up?
Thanks, Dr. Glidden, for taking my call. I've got really bad constipation. It's affecting my ability to go to number one, and I guess I haven't gone to number two in a few days. And
how long have you been dealing with this?
Well, it just came on this morning. I was going to number two
and it got blocked up? It couldn't come out, or what? Yeah?
Didn't come out, no.
Has that happened before?
Well, it's happened before, but they had to dig it out, years ago.
Yeah, that's a tricky situation. So you want to go to the CVS, and you want to get an enema bag. You want to get an enema. And you want to give yourself a little enema at home. And it sounds a lot worse than it is. But that's the first thing to do when you have a mechanical blockage, when stuff starts to come out but then it gets stuck. It's because of a lack of lubrication, a lack of water, lack of fiber. God only knows what it is, but you got to get it out of there. And the single best way to do that is with water. So you want to go to CVS or a Walgreens or whatever the equivalent is up in Canada and get an enema bag. Follow the directions on the bag. Give yourself a water enema, and that should get things moving. And that's what I want you to do first. Have you ever done that?
Years ago.
All right. Well, you need to do it again. And remember, from our point of view, there's three things that you need to have regular bowel movements. You need to have adequate water. You need to have adequate fiber. And you need to have adequate exercise. The fiber that we recommend is an apple, a simple apple, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. If you're eating wheat, barley, rye, or oats on a regular basis, you should expect constipation to happen. That's the wrong fiber to eat. You know, we've listened to the food industry tell us what fiber to eat, and it's hurting us. So switch to apples instead. Go gluten-free. Do the water enema, and then call me back in a couple days. I think that's going to fix the acute situation for you, though. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Glidden.
All right, Skipper, call me anytime. I appreciate you. Pennsylvania's up next. Susan from William Penn State has given us a call. Hey, Susan, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, I have a lot wrong with me, and I'm pretty embarrassed to give you this list, but I have diabetes, which led to high blood pressure, which led to dialysis. Now I'm anemic. I've had blood transfusions.
Yeah.
And the icing on the cake is I have stage 4 breast cancer, and I don't know if there's anything can be done.
Well, look, and this is, I like your testimony here because it speaks volumes. You're not alone in feeling how you feel, but your feelings are misrepresented. It's not you who should feel bad. It's your medical professionals who should feel bad because it's their job to keep you healthy. It's their job to make sure that you live your life to your optimal potential, and they have completely let you down. This is not your fault. But the MD will convince you that it's your fault in order to deflect, interest away from their incompetence. So, you've got the bad gene. Yeah, you're just lazy. You've got the autoimmune disease. It was a genetic thing, or it was a viral thing, or, you sinned against God and now you're suffering. It's nonsense. Your health is, in the weeds because you were led into the weeds by the MD. It's not your fault. It's your medical professional's fault. It's they who should feel, funny. Not you, for goodness sake, Susan. Stick around. I'll work this out with you when we come back. I appreciate the phone call. This is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen, one person at a time. Stick around. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. The day before tax day in the U.S., April 14th, 2014. And if that scares the bejesus out of you, don't worry. Just become a longevity business builder and work your way into a financial dynasty as over 250 people before you have done. We're talking to Susan from Pennsylvania now. All right, so Susan, what's your current body weight?
150.
All right. Have you been to the, oncologist for the consultation with breast cancer? What did they tell you they wanted to do?
Chemotherapy, and I declined.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're a smart girl because chemotherapy for breast cancer doesn't work. Did they recommend radical mastectomy or radiation, anything like that?
They said it was so far gone that if they removed that, they would have enough skin to sew it back together.
Yeah, son of a gun. Well, look, this is, my heart goes out to you here. It's illegal to treat cancer, right, in the U.S. unless you're an MD. So we can't even intimate that we do anything like that. Even in private practice, I shy away from stuff like this. But what we can do is, and we do, and we happily do, is recommend medical nutrition protocols, the intention of which are to support and promote your body's ability to fix itself. I would also, if I were you, order a book called, hold on, let me grab it off the shelf. The name of the book is Cancer, Its Causes, Symptoms, and Treatment. Cancer, Its Causes, Symptoms, and Treatment by Eli Jones, Jones, M.D. Cancer, Its Causes, Symptoms, and Treatment by Eli Jones. You may find information in there that will help you in your struggle, your dance with breast cancer, but we can't treat cancer. What's your current body weight? I'm sorry, I forget.
150.
Okay, so here's what I would do if I were you every day for 3 months. And inside of 3 months, I would look to see a specific and measurable noticeable change. I would look to see a specific and measurable noticeable change somewhere in your body mind. Mood, energy, appetite, sleep, something has to improve within the first 4 weeks. Once you get improvement, if you do get improvement, which I can't imagine you wouldn't, then you want to just ride this nutritional horse until it takes you as far as it's going to take you. The recommendation to support and promote a healthy immune system, which you need in this case, and a healthy urogenital system, which you need in this case, would be at 150 pounds. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, the original formula. 4 ultimate selenium. 4 ultimate selenium. 1 bottle of ultimate daily capsules. 1 bottle of ultimate daily capsules. And as much of a product called Z Radical, Z like zebra, Radical, as you can afford. If you can afford a bottle a day, then get a bottle a day. If you can afford a bottle a week, get a bottle a week. If you can afford a bottle a month, get a bottle a month. That's after you have the other bases covered. Plus, you must eliminate the 10 bad foods. You must do that immediately, and you can get that list for free on my website.
I've been doing all kinds of, I'll say basically research. I'm not computer savvy, but I did get Dr. Wallach's book, and that led me somehow to your phone number. And I spoke with Shannon, and she said to speak with you to get the protocol that you want me to work on. She would help me. And the one question she couldn't answer was on pages 296 and 297. There's some words there that look basically like, let's say, medical. And I'm thinking, how would you even get a hold of anything like that?
296 and 297 of what book?
That Doctors Don't Lie.
The Dead Doctors Don't Lie?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. If you could read that to me, maybe I could see it, but I don't. Well, hold on. Let me grab. I do have that book. Hold on. All right. I've never done this before. This is a first, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. Page 296?
Yes.
All right. Where do you see it? Hydrazine sulfate, cesium chloride, Laetrile, germanium?
Yes, and then on the other page.
Yeah, clodronate, flutamide, dehoxy herbal formula, levamisol. All right, I'll have to do some homework, and I'll have to get with Shannon, tell Shannon to come to the chat tomorrow, and I'll answer these questions. In the meanwhile, though, you can eliminate the 10 bad foods. You can start the anti-aging healthy start pack. You can start the selenium, and so forth and so on. You have to start to feed your body the right stuff that it needs to optimize its structure and function. You have to do that. You're in the weeds. You're up against it. Give your body a chance. Keep your fingers crossed, and I'll see if I can't reference a resource for you in a couple of days. Thanks for the phone call, Susan. I appreciate you. Stick around. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. It looks like we lost one of the callers over the break. So we're going to punch on out to North Carolina now and talk to Peggy. Hey, Peggy, thanks for the phone call. Whoa, Peggy.
Hey, how are you?
Well, I'm good, but I'll get better. What's going on?
Yeah, well, just wanted to tell you that we are doing the 90, what is it, the kit?
90 for Life, yeah. Yeah, which kit are you doing? Which healthy pack are you doing?
What should I say? 2.0 long.
All right, there's three things. Healthy Start 2.0. There's 3 things in it.
Yes, it has the tangerine. Yep. The Beyond Osteo.
Yep, and the EFA Plus, right?
Right, and we have selenium.
Good girl.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
Well, that's a good place to start. What seems to be the problem?
Well, my husband, I told you, has liver cancer.
That's not good.
No, and, he's just skin and bones now. But his stomach hurts him very badly and is protruding out like he's 9 months pregnant.
All right, well, he needs to immediately stop eating the 10 bad foods.
Uh-huh.
Because the single biggest cause of chronic inflammation to the stomach, to the digestive tract, is consistent consumption of all the wrong food. Kind of like putting diesel fuel in an unleaded engine. Well, the car's not going to run well if you do that. So, he probably eats a lot of wheat, barley, rye, and oats, and that's hurting his stomach, Peggy. He needs to stop eating that stuff immediately.
Yeah. We've been trying to stop.
Well, that's like, you don't try to stop. You just stop. You just have to let go of the branch. You just have to let it go. Stop doing it. Now, another thing that he can do to support and promote his digestive tract, because when we see bloating like this, there's inflammation. You can get him a bottle of something called Maquis Plus, M-A-Q-U-I Plus, M-A-Q-U-I Plus.
I Plus?
Yeah, Maquis Plus, M-A-Q-U-I Plus. Give him, how much does he weigh?
Now he weighs about 125, 130.
All right. For the first 7 days, please give him 1 ounce of the Maquis Plus 3 times a day. 1 ounce 3 times a day, and see if that doesn't settle the stomach down. But he has to stop the other stuff. He just has to stop doing it because it's hurting him.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and he says it hurts real bad. His stomach just hurts him really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, this is a complicated case. Liver cancer is a big, bad voodoo daddy. Our friends, the MDs, of course, don't have anything for it. It could be the cancer getting worse and pressing on nerves, causing him pain. Situations like this get to be very complicated. And regretfully, it's a direct indication of incompetence before the fact of the medical industry. As for my husband, I would be rip-roaring mad because we've wasted $600 billion of cancer research with the wrong industry, and what do we have to show for it? Pain and suffering, pain and suffering, pain and suffering, and then a little bit more. I know. It's nuts. I don't know where it's going to stop, Peggy. But my heart goes out to you. Try the Maquis Plus, see if he gets any relief. But really, do him a favor, do yourself a favor. Stop eating wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Please, just remove that stuff as soon as you possibly can. Thanks so much for the phone call. Appreciate it very much. And I just dropped somebody by mistake. and I forget who it was. Just give us a call back. I'll put you up next. I don't even know who the name was. I'm very sorry for that. I hit the wrong button. Let's stay in the Carolinas and talk to June about an inability to gain weight back. Hey, June, what's going on?
Yes, Dr. Glidden. I'm 79, and I've had Sjogren's for over 30 years. And hypertension for 20 years. Treated with amlodipine and Atican. In late November, my WBC was very high, and they thought it was CLL. And I developed night sweats, and I was referred to an oncologist. But it turned out not to be CLL. But what they wanted to do was to do lots more testing, and I opted out.
I can't say as I blame you, right?
My son suggested that we start the naturopathic way, and so I've been doing vitamins and minerals, including BTT.
Great.
So the sweat stopped almost immediately.
Gotta love it.
Needless to say, I'm, to the extent that I can be, I'm gluten-free and wheat-free. The blood pressure readings lowered to the extent that I no longer have been taking amlodipine or Atican.
Gotta love it.
So I was doing well, feeling good when I was waking up. However, I am small anyway, so I lost weight. I can't seem to gain on this diet. And I have an increased urinating each time I drink the BTT.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, so that means, number one, that your body is having a hard time absorbing the BTT. It's an absorption issue. And so that means your body has been harmed by decades of wheat, barley, rye, and oats, because what those proteins do, the gluten proteins in those grains, is they hurt the tissue in your digestive tract that absorbs nutrients. So now when you take a concentrated nutritional supplement like BTT, your digestive tract can't absorb the normal dose because it's been hurt by decades of the gluten protein, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like trying to catch fish with a net that's got holes in it. Well, it's not going to catch any fish. The fish are just going to swim right through the holes. So the recommendation for you is to, how much of the Beyond Tangy are you taking now? How many scoops?
I had been doing 2, but then I started 1.5.
All right. Well, and how much do you weigh?
113.
All right. So here's what I would do as a little experiment. I would stop the Beyond Tangy Tangerine completely for 3 days. Just don't take it anymore for 3 days. Then, starting on day 4, do a half a scoop in 8 ounces of water 4 times a day. A half a scoop in 8 ounces of water 4 times a day. And each time you take it, June, I want you to take at least 30 minutes to drink it down. Okay?
Okay.
At least 30 minutes to drink it down. A half a scoop in 8 ounces minimum. You can use more water if you want. But take at least 30 minutes to drink each solution down. Do that 4 times a day, and that should eliminate the absorption issue, should eliminate the frequent urination issue. And that's going to help a great deal. Now, the secret to gaining weight is eating calories. But look, I'm not convinced that you need to gain weight. I mean, how's your energy as you go through your day?
Well, it was great before. More recently, I've just sort of have had like pumping in my head. I don't know if this has anything to do with the energy, and some bloating only upon waking. If I get up 3 times during the night, then about 5 o'clock, the energy level is down, so I'm sort of lethargic.
Well, what time do you go to bed?
About 9 o'clock.
And do you sleep through the night?
No, I usually have to go to the bathroom at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, are you taking Longevity's liquid calcium?
No, I have other calcium, but not that.
All right, you need to switch, and you really do, and here's why. Because not all nutritional supplements are created equal, just like chicken soup, right? Different chicken soups are different. I mean, it's all chicken soup. Well, what the heck is the difference? The recipe. Well, with calcium, it's really, really important to have a really good recipe, and I've been doing this for 25 years. I used to work for a vitamin company that only sold to doctors. I mean, that's how good their stuff was. Dr. Wallach's calcium is the best calcium that's available anywhere in the world right now. It is the most effective calcium supplement I've ever seen. You need to switch, because there's nothing else, there's no other calcium supplement in the marketplace that comes even close to Wallach's calcium. And here's what I'm going to recommend you do. The name of the calcium that Dr. Wallach has is called Beyond Osteo, O-S-T like Thomas, T like Thomas, E-O, Beyond Osteo FX, all right, liquid. I want you to get 1 bottle of that, Beyond Osteo FX liquid, and I want you to take 1 ounce in 2 ounces of orange juice immediately before bed. Immediately before bed. You'll sleep like a baby. You won't be waking up 5 times to pee, and life gets better when you sleep better. Now look, if you really just have your heart set on gaining weight, then eat more eggs. Eat more eggs and butter. Eggs and butter and salt. Eggs and butter and salt. Eggs and butter and salt, okay? But you really have to eliminate all 10 bad foods, not just wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Add the liquid calcium into the bargain here. And I think you're going to do just fine. But your immune system, by the way, which needs a little help here if your white blood cells were elevated, is made from protein. So whenever we're trying to boost immune function, we eat more protein, and eggs are the protein that all other proteins are compared to. And also, salt is your friend. It's not your enemy. Who told you it's your enemy? Your MD, who has no training and no respect in medical nutrition. So salt your food so that it tastes good. Go crazy for eggs and butter, not margarine, butter. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. Get Dr. Wallach's liquid calcium. Live long and prosper. And give me a call back in about 2 weeks, June, with an update. I will look forward to it. The caller that I dropped is back, thank goodness. She kept on listening. Jessica from Pennsylvania is here with us. Hey, Jessica, thanks for the call.
Yes.
You are live.
Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
My husband listens to you every night on the job. So if he gets fired, it's because of Dr. Clean.
Well, you know, we've got a money-making opportunity for him, so there's no problem.
There you go. Okay. In 2009, I was diagnosed by the doctor from having lupus, which I, rejected right away.
Yeah.
I am never a person who took traditional medicine, so I know myself.
Yeah.
I try to eat right, but even more so, I started eating, better. But of lately, I notice my nails are getting dark.
Yeah.
A little bit of hair loss. My fingertips are tender.
Oh, yeah. Where did they tell you? Where did the MD think you had lupus, by the way? Where did they think you had it?
Funny enough, they didn't say. They just diagnosed and gave me a prescription.
All right. Yeah, that's how they work, right? In the dark, behind the scenes, with limited information.
But I never took it. So.
Yeah, all right. Good girl. Hard break, Jessica. Stick around. I'll finish this up with you when we come back. Thanks so much for spending your time with me, your precious time with me. Time, as it turns out, is more precious than money. Appreciate it very much. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your listenership. I appreciate your spreading news about this radio show to everybody in your life. This is how we're going to change the world, one person at a time. We're finishing up today's show with Jessica from Pennsylvania, who was told that she has lupus. She rejected conventional therapeutics, and now she wants a little bit of help. Hey, Jessica, welcome back. You are live.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So what is it? What is it about your body, mind that bothers you on a day-to-day basis? What is it that you're having trouble with?
Basically, I feel okay. It's just that my nails are dark and my hair, because I had a lot of hair, so that's going.
Your hair is falling out. How's your physical temperature?
I do tend to be very cold on my feet, because that's where it started. Like, it doesn't have, I would be in a car with just a air conditioner on, and my feet will start to get numb.
Yeah.
So I tend to get cold pretty, quickly.
Do your fingers or toes ever get so cold that they turn blue or white?
No, they don't. Just numb, as if I cannot even walk on my
my feet.
All
right. How about your throat? Any problems with your throat?
No.
Okay. And how about your sleep? What's your sleep like? Is it easy to fall asleep at night?
Well, I have been on the Healthy Body Start now for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But I really noticed, and my husband has noticed it too, that I have been sleeping like a rock. So sleep is not an issue. It used to be before.
Yeah, great. All right, so you're on the right track. So which healthy pack are you taking, and how much of it are you taking every day?
This one says Healthy Body Start Pack, which has the Beyond OsteoFX, Omega-3, what is that?
The EFA Plus.
The EFA Plus, the Tangy Tangerine, and the Beyond OsteoFX.
Yeah, okay, good. And you're taking one of those a month. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 140.
Okay, so here's what I would do to augment the program. I would get one bottle of plant-derived minerals, I would get 3 bottles of selenium, Ultimate Selenium, 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, and 1 bottle of Cell Shield RTQ, 1 bottle of Cell Shield RTQ, 3 selenium, and 1 bottle of plant-derived minerals, in addition to what you're already doing, and I would just start taking those. Now, The final nail in the...
Excuse me, can you repeat the last item?
Yeah, Cell...
I got the plan,
Yep, Cell Shield, C-E-L-L,
yeah.
Shield, yep,
Shield,
S-H-I-E-L-D. R like Roger, T like Thomas, Q like Queen. Cell Shield RTQ. One bottle of those. Now, the final strategy here is to stop eating food that's causing chronic low-grade inflammation, because from our point of view, that's the genesis of lupus. That's the genesis of tissue destruction and problems. So, in addition to giving your body the nutrients it needs to make itself healthy, it would be prudent and wise to stop eating food that's gumming up the works and causing inflammation. The only problem, Jessica, is that because we live in a crazy, upside-down, inside-out, money-crazed country,
I know.
The food industry is corrupt. And we've let the food industry tell us what food to eat, and they're wrong. So most of the food that most people eat that they think is healthy is, in effect, unhealthy for them. So you need to stop eating food that's messing you up in addition to the nutritional supplements. So we've figured that out, right, because that's our job. So you can get that list of, it's called Bad Food List on my website. It's free. Just go to my website, fireyourmdnow.com. Scroll down the front page until you see a link for Good Food, Bad Food. Click on that, download the Good Food, Bad Food list, and immediately stop eating all 10 bad foods. Have your husband do the same thing. Have your kids do the same thing. Have everybody in the flipping world do the same thing.
We're 2 weeks gluten-free now.
All right. Well, that gluten is 4. You got 6 other foods you need to stop eating. So I'm glad that you're starting the program. Now you just need to take it to the next level, and this is the easiest way to do it. I appreciate your phone call. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all out of time. God willing and the creek don't rise. The next live event is tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock Central. See you then. Until then, live long and prosper.